All right, ladies. This is going to work out. This is going to just be fine, okay? But I got to do a few things, like purchase. Oh boy, I forgot about that. All right, we're going to get this kind of set up for a bit first, and do me a favor and share the stream around now that I'm here and going. Gonna mess around here for a bit before I go into like all the little details. But this is great. Before we needed RCR soybeans, and then we had to convert them back to soybeans, and now we have it to the point where base game soybeans are RCR soybeans, and no more converting this or that or here or there, and they are in the correct rows, just like base game. That is huge with thundr's script here. Now, to be clear for the people that are watching right now, his script works on any planners, base game or not. You still need to convert a few files in your map and bring them over to scale them up a little bit. And he also gives you, I want to say like the 4 or 6 GRLEs that you need, since they're blank image. You already get them. So I mean, if you guys go get his Patreon, he's going to have the tutorials there. He has all the crops there that are cut up accordingly with all the credits for the people that are helping, and the instructions on how to implement this into any map, what sizes of GDMs you're going to, and then also with hold on. What the heck? I didn't want the combine. I wanted the house. Is this where we sleep? I forget this house, Monaco. I need to finish it. I forgot about the garage doors. Is it upstairs that I gotta go? Dang it. I didn't want to have to go all the way upstairs. But I'm pretty sure open wardrobe, sleep. We're just going to fast forward to spring, kind of see what happens with our crops out here and everything. I think I should only have to deal with my field. Everything else should go forwards. Let it catch back up, because with precision farming in, it is going to tank when it comes through, and I'll show you what I mean by, you can watch the everything like update. So you watch this update. Same way the snow comes across your map. That's how the game updates. So every day you fast forward, it's doing it at night. Bigger the map, the longer it takes. We'd almost be done. We'd probably be done with a 1x map. You got to remember, the standard size map is a quarter of this, so it's like we'd almost be done with it. But it's a 4x map. Bigger the maps, the worse it gets. Yeah, we're just gonna let her. Oh, see, this is the other issue I had. If I fast forward too much, the start in spring mod has never worked great for me, so I don't really use it. But I just want to get to spring planting. Now that I think about that, I don't even need to do spring planting, do I? Alright, let's just go out here and start messing around with our planting. I'm gonna do it this way. I just prefer doing it Giants way. Because I can actually get rid of the crops. That works. Here comes the tank at the end of the update. This is going to happen regardless of what PC you have, what the mod is, and this is not due to just RCR. This actually, precision farming is a killer. See, I run right back up. No problem. We're going to tank because of the garbage dump. Give it a bit. And I think we're done with it. Sweet. Actually, I better buy a big tractor because it does take a bit to pull this stuff. So buy the big Fent. Probably didn't put enough horsepower behind it. Where's my planters? So this is the proof that I'm gonna do for you ladies. We got base game stuff, and sure, this is a planter. So we got base game, and I am going to go with the big 36 row early riser. The big thing about this one is it's not RCR. I do have a few RCR planners. Thought I did in my mod folder. This one's for sure. Thought I had a few others too, but I guess not. Not in this one anyways. Give me 1 second, ladies. We're going to get into planting here real quick. I don't like the way it's sharing that, but whatever. And I gotta switch Spotify. I'm gonna put that one there. How loud's that music? Too loud? Oh, thanks, Aaron. Dude, I'm trying to literally help out thundr here, and you guys are gonna come in and cut me out from my knees? Like, really, dude? you know that when you have a question for this game, you're going to hit me up. And 9 times out of 10, I can tell you a fix. Or at least get you to the point where we can figure out what's actually wrong. Holy crap, this thing uses solid fertilizer? I've never played with this planter. I can say that right now. Alright, if I go like this, you guys can see my FPS. The old RCR way from 22 would be have each work area, each row unit be a separate work area, and that is a no-go. That would kill you. The game wants 1 working area to 2, maybe 3 at the most, that is running at a time. So to have 20 of them, or whatever this planner is, would actually tank your FPS. And again, let me make sure I'm actually got this on. No values detected. Forgot about that. Holy crap, 51 grand for 150 acres. Oofda. My ground type, I thought it was double tillage. We'd be fine. Alright, let's actually make sure this is gonna go then. Wheat, no, harvested. Let's just make sure everything works first. Alright, so he does have RCR wheat. It could potentially kill the FPS like it just did. I don't think I have the right RCR wheat. But it is planting, it is destroying. I don't want to do corn on corn. Oh, he did mess with the soybean stubble. Interesting. I hope I'm on the right mod folder. I swear to God, Aaron, I'm gonna punch you right in the throat. Alright, go to cultivated ground. Whatever. Oh wait, duh. Because I got my flashing crap on. Let me have it, Aaron. Let me hear it. Come on. This is what I forgot to do. There. Now it's gonna plant just fine. See? Efficient. So yes, this is base game. It doesn't even say a mod. And in the store it doesn't even say mod. And what thundr has done is take every work area that's a seeder or a planter and made it be RCR by a script rather than the work areas like the game is. And what you get out of this is not blocky angles and not a work area that is turning like stupid crazy. So there's that. That's corn. Now, I didn't turn the automatic row shutoff off, is what is my biggest issue, and I should have. And since they're leased, I can't go in and change them right now. But I'm pretty sure he has also taken care of that little glitch we found. And if you guys want to be a part of the development of this, go ahead and get his... follow the link in the description to his Patreon. It's relatively cheap. And we already have the better winch. We already have a bug fixer. We have default types, so if you want to get rid of some base craps in the game, you can do that. And RCR is almost complete. The last game update slowed them down a bit. We're bringing back precision farming to work correctly, so I know there's a few updates that's going to be coming for that. And you can see like the nitrogen and seed rate is working right where that other planter was. So now we're on the big 36-inch or 36 row corn planter, 30-inch. I'll get into hopefully have the right planter. I don't know if I have the right planter in. That's why I've been saving. Now this is a big 36 row corn planter. The big thing about this one is, yes, it's going to hurt your FPS a lot more than the other ones because we're trying to do it. How many meter? Actually, let's go like that. Where's my course play? Okay, that's auto drive. Where is... what did I set that up to? I just want to figure out how big it is. How you doing, Scooter? Aaron, please tell everyone here what is broken. Besides my deficient mind. I don't even have Courseplay installed? Wow. Okay. I don't think so, dude. thundr's RCR is not broken. The planners are not broken. The map's not broken. I have been testing on this map, and I even kept going through saves with the game updates and thundr's updates, pinpointing things so that way we could be more efficient with save games. So that way people that are testing over multiple different variations of the mod could keep a save game going instead of, hey, new update this week, you got to start over. New update, you got to start over. So that is like something huge, and he does have videos on how to change that and also how to bring it forwards. Now that was a little weird. Like I said, we are fine-tuning the last bit of RCR here with that last game update that really slowed them down, and that's our biggest killer right now. So we're gonna advance growth and see what happened right through that where row shutoff was supposed to work. The lines came through. I'm curious to see what happened with that. It's just I got too much going on through my head right now, pretty much. Come on. It's a big 4x map. I knew I should have went to a 1x to start out. 4x does get a little blocky. Yeah, row shutoff was not on. So let's go like this then. Let's get rid of all this stuff because I don't want it on here. That'll make it easy for me to find everything. No, this is Carroll, Iowa. DR modding. Aaron, I know you've been gone for quite a while with life and everything. I am going to tell you right now. Me personally, I probably won't be playing a 4X very much. And, oh, actually, let's leave that row shut off. Buy it so I can change it. A 4X map is alright. It plays alright, I should say. But not necessarily like as detailed as I want it. So therefore, I am kind of sitting right next to just staying on a 1X. Antler's map is a 16X, and he did post saying that he had to decimate his fields down due to the complex points that it has in it, and also the way Giant's engine and game is set up and everything. It's lagging right now due to the fact... Oh, stupid ad. I need to get Spotify Premium. But anyways, the way Giants have their game set up, it is not necessarily correct to work with the bigger maps. And it's the way it's going to be, ladies. We're not going to be able to do the big 16X maps very easy, let alone if you have an older PC at all. I mean, seriously, it's going to kill us. That one will work good. Real GPS. I have yet to play with that. Let's give that one a shot. What's up, J-Gram? And then for the little 6 row, where's that 7? Ooh. Yep. I know she can do it. Was that plow spec? No. Okay. Of course you got to get the big stack. Alright, let's see how much actually dropped here. I didn't do the right tracks on that. Aaron, Antlers map is a 16X map. That's going to be the killer. 16X maps just take so freaking long to load in and compile. That was the wrong one. Where's the automatic engine? There you go. So, let me start off with saying, when you load into the map for the first time to create a new save, every single field gets planted with every single crop. The way Giants has done this now for 25 is you get points to go around your field. Giants want the fields to look like these here. Very, very little bit of curves and everything. They want it square. They want it nice and easy. This one would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Well, 7 if you count that. Last one to bring it up. 7 points in it. It's super easy, super fast to calculate that. Now, you look at this one, you got curves, you got radiuses, and every single spot you see a curve, you got probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points there. So then you come up to here with this waterway, nice and curved and got some detail to it. Yeah, that is going to have more points, and what the game's trying to do is triangulate from this point to that point to that point over there, back to this, and then it does it with all the crops. What do we got in there? Like 20 some crops. So yeah, it's harder, and more fields you have, more complex fields you have, bigger the map you have, longer it's going to take. It really doesn't matter on your PC power. It's going to use the VRAM, all your VRAM, no matter what you kind of have, unless you get into the 50, 80, 5090s. I think it was 5090s with about 64 gig of RAM or more. Then it kind of helps out, and it also depends on your uh, CPU and kind of like what cores you got and everything like that. So you're going to have an issue with the bigger maps, and on top of that, precision farming adds in, I think, 7 more layers is what thundr said. You got 5 here already, and then it's adding a couple more that you don't necessarily see, so it has to go through all of that noise too. And since RCR creates the bigger, you have to create the bigger GDMs for your fruit and ground in order to have smaller pixels. It takes even longer to compile those through. Now, there is no way Giants is going to get their shader to come down with the more angles. We're already adding still in 25 more ground angles to what they gave us base game. So therefore, they did the best they could with the limit they had, and their limit is the game engine. Until they update the game engine to work better, we're not going to have any better. On top of that, the modders have added more ground angles into the corn to get more angles, but you're still going to get the blockiness that you see on your GPS lines. Giants will not get rid of that because it takes more points to make a nice curved radius, which takes takes longer to compute that, more processing power to compute that, and same thing with course play. It's going to struggle on some of these fields. thundr has done his best and has tested and tested and tested, even on MP, to bring this time down to the point that the RCR mod is not affecting our gameplay, not affecting our load time as much as possible. The biggest thing is, and I did not get precision farming when it first came out. I was absolutely annoyed by it, listening to everyone else talk about it. I finally got it when thundr was able to look at it because we could not do custom spray types right away. I was irritated by Giants with that. Now we have custom spray types in there. thundr has made it on this last precision farming update to the point that it works again. And we're going forwards. That's what I like about it. Giants is going forwards with this. So therefore we are able to continue to push the way the modders want the maps. And most of us modders want the maps in the same way. If we have a custom spray type, like the starter that is only using what the heck is it, Aaron? Like 32% or something like that? I can't remember what it is for nitrogen for the starter. We can put that in our mod map, and now it still works with precision farming the correct way. So you have to use either more to get it up where precision farming wants it, or you do multiple layers of it. So you're going to do your anhydrous for corn in the fall because it sticks to cold air better. Then you're going to do the starter when you plant. Then you're going to side dress it once or twice, depending on who people are. They side dress or they drop it once or twice, I should say, by the sprayers. We finally have all that. So now that that's out of the way and I can clip that later for a video, I'm going to show you ladies kind of some RCR stuff because I got the row shut off on. Now this is the killer part that thundr is still struggling with. Oh no, Scooter. So I'm finally replying to your other question up there. I can show you guys, actually. Let's do it this way. I'll just get it done right away. Okay, real GPS. What's the biggest cultivator we got? And make sure it's base game. Default setting. So thundr has made this RCR to the point that we're not using individual work areas. He's injecting the work areas into the mod based, from what I've seen, based on the left side of the work area. The work areas have to be set up correctly. We ran into a few planners that they're not square and they're not right on the money, so you might skip a row. So like that 6-row planner had a few work areas messed up, and with that work area messed up, you were only getting 5 rows out of a 6-row planner, and you're kind of like, what the heck? So it leaves a gap look. thundr tried to fix everything through his script, which I applaud the man. Like, hold on, garbage dump. I applaud the man for trying to fix every last thing so people would stop saying it's his mod. It's not his mod. The mods still have to be created equal. And this is why I use a lot of base game stuff to demonstrate that. Oh, get out of here, Shane. And you know base game is correct. You know it's right. And the game hates work area that is not square. So therefore, even if it says quote unquote works base game, you're still having issues with it that you might not recognize until you look into the log and the performance side of it. All right, let's roll with it, because now you go straight 90. This is something that is a pain in the butt to handle. You go straight 90, no till. You get right on the rows like that, you're going to have issues where it's going to take the crop out. Now, like we were before, come on, slide over. Let's see if I can hit this just right. Nope, it's going to hit it. Dang it. There it is. All right, if you hit the rows straight on 90, you're going to have an issue. And that is something that thundr cannot deal with either, due to the fact more computing power to take care of that. So he laid back a little bit to make it game friendly. Why are my rows or lines not showing up? Come on. I just want to move over a little bit. Get me right on 0. You see the left side of the planner is right. The right side planner, it's going to do that. So when you do no-till, you're going to have that issue if you're right on the rows. And the easiest way to explain any of this stuff to you, ladies, is we're still on a square pixel. It depends on how big that pixel is. And the best way to put it to you is like this. Let's go over here. Am I actually on the square? I am. So you go like that. That is a square pixel. Now, the easiest way to show you is you come down like that. You see, you're never going to get it perfect. And that's because this little pixel here, in between this pixel and that pixel, so you're never going to get it blend through perfectly. It's the game limitations, ladies. Game limitations suck, but that's where we're at. Outback, I mean, honestly, we come back here. Look at the cultivated texture. You still see the rows of the soybeans in there. I know. But what I'm saying is, this looks great to me. And personally, you're not going to run a cultivator at 90 degrees anyway, so you run it at an angle. And you see that? That's the planted texture through the cultivated stuff. Now you come over here. I still won't have an issue with this to say you no-tilled. I'm okay with that. But like I said, you're running straight with the rows and you get it perfect. You can still have the soybean stubble in there. Now you go a little bit farther, and let's say you plant your soybeans at an angle and then you come back and plant your corn straight, like most people do. You're going to be just fine. I had to get rid of the placards. Driving me nuts. Let's see what this real GPS thing looks like. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I might have to start putting that in some of the mods that I use. Combine plugged up. Sorry about your luck, Aaron. Or Shane, I mean. Shane. Jesus Christ, not even paying attention again. I gotta be careful because I'm used to streaming on Twitch. So I'm gonna go straight 90 degrees on this just to prove a point. Let's bring that up a bit and get rid of it. See how it cuts through? I mean, oh, I forgot this was a high-speed planner. It's cutting through the rows. Dude, Scooter, what if you could get the real GPS on your dashboard live? That would be killer. Let's double check what I got out back. Because I might have to jump out of the game and get that mod in. But I'm pretty sure this is my updated mod because I got rid of the RCR planner all around. Let's just see what I got in here once. Because we got rid of the old school RCR all around. And the reason being, it would affect the... oh shit. Wrong button. It would affect the gameplay because we no longer have RCR as a fruit type category. It is not needed. So again, Outback, going into how to set this up, you're going to scale up your GDMs, which I think is only 2 or 3 right now. He gives you the GRLEs that you need to use to scale up, and that will work on any map due to the fact they are just black and nothing crazy on them. So he gives you pretty much everything but the 2 GDMs you got to scale. Plus, he's given you the crops that we cut up. Thanks to Tired Iron and thundr. Between those guys, they cut up the plants to work right because Giants had changed them to work with their way of doing it. Nah, Scooter, I wouldn't say that was the dumbest thing ever. You just sucked into exactly what they wanted. Oh yeah, fertilizer, because of the tanks. I don't have that separated out yet like I need to. No, I may have to cultivate. Where is that? Let's just go this route. The next step for thundr is literally coming through and getting it so like our row cultivators will actually leave rows. The inline rippers would actually leave rows. And it should be able to go on to a mod just by clicking in the store. So to have an inline ripper actually put the plow all the way across so you don't have the individual rows that are plowing and still have some that are not, depending on where you plant, you might not get the benefit of it. He's going to have it work all the way across the work area, but visually leave the rows of an inline ripper. What's up, Green Mountain? Scooter, did you buy a whole cab yet? Like, I'm waiting for the day you tell me that you bought like a New Holland or Versatile cab and you're sitting in a cab playing. Outback, I like that idea to a point. I don't want to sit any farther back from my desk than I'm already am while playing this game. So therefore, to have a whole rig set up, I was not okay with it. Trust me, I tried it. And I would rather have it all on my desk. But that's just me personally. Now, when we went to the Sim Racing Expo, holy crap, if I had enough money, I would build a whole setup that was just for Farm Sim actually playing it. I'd have a full PC and steering wheel, pedals, joysticks, all of that, all sitting there just for playing Farm Sim, and have another whole rig set up that was just for modding Farm Sim. Come on. Where are my rows at? Okay. I might have to switch the field. That's the easiest way to do this. Don't look at that. So if we come into here, what's something I can plan into no matter what? I'll just go to unknown. It's the best bet. And then I switch the ground to cultivated type. We'll be fine. Get rid of weeds, which I should turn them off anyways. Oh, very nice idea, Scooter, to have the wraps around you. A fertilizer. Alright, Shane. So the separate work areas, the way we did it in 22 and the beginning in 25 just kills your FPS because of the way the game engine works. It only wants like 3 or 4 work areas going at once. Even on MP, it's still going to kill you if everybody's planting with a base game planner and everything. So if you got 4 or 5 people planting, putting down fertilizer at the same time, that's 10 work areas. It's going to hurt you no matter what you do. The way thundr did this, I don't think it's planting right because it's the unknown ground type. Is that the issue? Alright, come back in. We'll go to oat is something that has not changed. And I want to go to harvested. So we haven't done RCR oat yet. Let it get through its garbage dump. That would be pretty badass there, Scooter. Outback, it sucks. The reason I say this and the way I have my L-shaped desk set up for modding and playing games at the same time, it's going to be about the same thing as your rig, but it just sucks trying to mod in a rig. Is this planner not working right? Nope. That's why. This planner is messed up. That's what I thought. This ain't the right one. Because we come over here, this will work fine. Now this is one thing you ladies got to remember. Oat has so many that it's hard to see it. And it'd be the same in kind of real life, in my opinion. But right there's your work areas. And yes, there's tags in each planner that we can put in. Or I should say keys in each planner that we can put in that can adjust the row width. But I don't know. You bent something? Yeah, call Case. Make them do it. That's not your job. Alright, let's give this little guy a shot. And you gotta remember, like, these wheels, in my opinion, need the destruction width changed, so it would save a little bit in between the duels. But yeah. Now, I'm gonna advance growth one time here. No, the planners do not. The maps do, Outback. The planners do not need to be set up for RCR, but the maps do. Again, the maps are transfer a few of the crops over that Thunder gives you, and then you are going to scale a few GDMs. That's it. Actually, the planner's in here. I just bought the wrong one. Ain't it? Where's it at? Yeah, it's this one. Why'd I do that? Alright, so what I ended up doing here is making this one the split row. It should be right, not promising anything. We're going to let the garbage dump get through though first and let this little advanced growth thing come on. What's up, Jake? Oh, pleasant. I want to like you, but not when you ask questions like that. Get out of here, Shane. So, you do need a mod, a split row planner, to be how you guys want it to be. And like I said, he gives you all the keys that you need to know with this, and it's real simple to adjust. All you're doing is converting inches into meters, and then with that, you got to be really close to whatever map you're playing on because of the square pixels. That's pretty much it. So if we go to soybeans, this should work. This marker is a little messed up, the marker area, which I need to go back and adjust, but yeah, see, that's it. Outback, I'm just going to let you know one little thing. That's why Giants want everything to go to console. Because if it hits their platform, it is theirs. One big thing you ladies need to understand, the code and way code is wrote, and this is straight from Thunder, it is his code. It is his personal property. Somebody takes that in the court of law, you can still get in trouble for stealing it. It's the way game code is always has been. But the second it hits Giants platform, aka the mod hub, the test runner, anything like that, Giants has it wrote in there that now they can do what they feel fit for that. Come on, you garbage dump. And they can utilize it where they want, aka seasons. Precision farming was pretty much back in FS15 that never really came forward much, but they realized everybody wanted it. A flip phone? Alright, come on. I clicked the button too many times. That's going to happen when you fast forward or advance growth and any of that noise. You just got to sit for a little bit. and let it come back. It will come back. But the biggest thing about that is precision farming and all the information the game is trying to get rid of all at once. So I'm going to go through the struggle one more time and show you ladies the 15-inch row soybeans. Oh, but Outback, the soil mod is here. It's called precision farming. Shut up, Shane. Well, the corn populated quick. What'd I do wrong with soybeans? Oh, do it. Never planted soybeans in it. Did I not have the planter on? I'd laugh. I guess I never did test soybeans on this map. Oh yeah, go work for him, Pleasant. I dare you. I agree with the Outback. That is typical Giants. Take a great mod and completely throw all the mechanics of it out the door to make it work. You can't say that, Scooter. It happens to us more than you want to admit. I think I really froze the game on this one. Come on, little buddy. Alright, well, I wait for that to come back a little bit. I just want to show you ladies this. So, in the crops that we cut up and do this, that's actually old. I don't need to necessarily have the spacing length in it. Oh, no, I do because of plant separation. I got to remember everything he had wrote on the fly with this too. But with the plant separation, that can thin out the rows and everything. Jeez, ladies, can't even take a phone call in the middle of a stream anymore? And no, Pleasant, I'm not even breaking anything. I'm showing you guys what's going on, and I'm making sure I'm up to date at the same time. Alright. Let's try to plant some soybeans, see what's going on with this. There's... Okay, that's the planter. That's the game engine crying because we scaled up the GDMs. One last time on this, and then I'm going to go to a map that I know this works on. I'm not really sure what happened with the soybeans since I didn't test it before. Ooh, Pleasant. Pleasant coming in like, dude, don't tempt me. Scooter, we've all been there, man. We've all been there. Yeah, so this planner is not set up right, which is fine. I'll show you on one that it is. Give me a second here, ladies. Oh, now it's not even going to show up. What the heck, OBS? Come on! How you doing, Pickaxe? Everybody was chatting so fast, I didn't even see you up there. Come on, OBS, let's go. Seriously? Alright. I'll live with it. No. This is what I wanted to show you guys, the compile and shaders BS. Maybe, just maybe I'll catch it this time. There it is. Bring back into the game capture. Oh, shut up, Pickaxe. Hey, Scooter, I got one for you guys. If you have your Steam Cloud turned on, it will automatically fix your saved games if you delete anything out of it and adjust it back. That one threw me for a loop for about an hour one night. I will be ready for that one, Outback. I'll use it. The one I have is JCL's from, was that from 19 or 22? I can't remember. I think it was from 19. So here we are, compiling shaders. Everybody sees this when you start a new save. And it hangs up. That's why I don't like Giants very much. 100%. Now we're going to compile shaders. Oh, hey. Like, come on. Da-da-da-da-da. Should have went the other way. Scooter. You said what everybody was thinking. Just saying. I don't want them growing. Alright, fine. I gotta remember to do this anyways. Otherwise, I'm gonna sit there and struggle again. Ah, we'll use a two-wheel drive, because why not? Unless thundr changed the keys with the planners and I haven't updated it yet, this should work. I'm not doubting that I didn't update the keys in the planner itself. Scooter, slow down and make sure you're right. Double check. Okay, seasonal growth is off. Good. What the heck? I'm not getting my 15-inch rows. That's baby back bullshit. I had this planner set up for a long time, so. I'm not saying much on that one, Outback and Scooter. I think that did hit 15-inch rows. Kind of looks like it, but not for sure. Nope. All right. What happened to this planner? Come on. Now I got to remember what the name of it is. Should be, yep. Oh boy, where did I put this? Where did I put all of his stuff? Oh, that's all that. Right there. That's pretty much the same. Did I just find something that needs to be taken back? No, that's not the same. Yep. That's all it was, ladies. Somewhere, somehow, my keys got changed and not updated, because I swear to God I remember updating this. So, restart the game quick. And that's what I'm talking about right there out back with the keys. Excuse me. Oh, I agree with the Outback. The soybeans, the soybeans need work in my opinion, and No Creek did a good job at it. I don't remember if those were antlers or not, but I still feel like we are not quite perfect on the soybean textures. Seriously. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. OBS can F off right now. Outback. I think he pulled some old ones that need to be updated, in my opinion. I actually enjoy OBS a lot more than Streamlabs. Streamlabs condensed it all to be quick and easy. You don't have a lot of the stuff that OBS has. So I will admit that like Streamlabs is easier to run, but I'm pretty sure Antler already released his soybeans for 25, didn't he? Or am I wrong with that? All right, let's roll. You sure you couldn't just go into OBS and adjust that? Because I know setting it up I did. Yeah. Why so wide? Alright, fine. Hold up. Hold up. I didn't realize this was a mod hub mod where you had to have license plates on it. Sounds decent. Ah, that's better. I can already see the rows. That's way better. Here's your 15-inch beans out back on a split row planter. And you could even narrow this down to a drill. Quite a few people will use like a oat drill, and or I shouldn't even say an oat drill, but a drill you'd use oats, 7.5-inch spacings, and they'd plug a few rows up to get to the right spacings that they want. So you could set that up for per crop, or like you guys seen in the XML, that you could set it up for configuration also. So the way I have this one set up with soybeans, it's going to plant soybeans whether I have the split row or not on there at 15-inch spacings. I need to go in and change it to the configuration side of it, but this was just super simple and easy to do while testing. Or my other thought was make it so I can fold up the front part, the split rows, and not have them hit the ground at all. Seneca County? Damn, dude. That's been a long time. Outback, I've never been around split row planters in real life. Do they have an option to lift the split rows up when you're doing corn on 30s? Can those split rows stay above ground? I know I seen one with on a newer Kinsey. I was just driving past it on the road, and it looked like it could. There's your 15-inch soybeans, ladies. I think that's pretty gnarly. With RCR, I mean, this is something that I need to show you too. Oh, really? You just took the boxes off? Interesting. Yeah, that's going back to the 30-inch rows. F off, Scooter. The biggest thing is until Giants updates their game engine and allows us to work everything harder and faster than what their current game engine can handle, it's not going to get better. I know there's a few mappers out there that are asking Giants to have the permission to have the bigger GDMs in there. And I think it's going to come through eventually. Or Giants are just going to take it like they already did and say, hey, our game engine can handle this. It's on shaders. Have fun. That's all you get. Quit crying. This is what I mean. I like row shutoff for a map like this. I mean, if you guys know this map, we got a bunch of contours all the way around. You're going to have some overplant. And I mean, the on my save in this map, I am working on getting it to be the same width, like the field's the same width as my planter, so it's less overlap. But with you could set your offset on the planter with GPS system. Your planter doesn't have to be set up with GPS on it type deal with a head or the rover and everything on it. You could offset it from your tractor. So technically you could have an older planter and configure it for GPS and have the row shut off as you go. It's not going to be the best or the easiest or however you want to put that, but it's still going to work. There's RCR on a 1X map. This is why I'm a stickler on a standard size map. I want to play Carroll, Iowa. I'm still going to continue my series through with it. and I'm still going to play it, but it doesn't look the same. And I adjusted the row length on this. I should say the crop spacing. This is what I was talking about. So there's a few options, and I don't have the current XML from thundr that shows it all, but you got a few options in here, and we can adjust the row spacing and everything like that. And this is set up for a 4x. Where is this map? Let's see if it'll even open up that XML with it zipped up. I want to go to corn. So we do have plant separation, and I can turn that up. So that way, what I mean by that is plant to plant will get farther apart. You won't have the look of it so overlapping. You go too far, you're going to see right through it this direction rather than in the rows also. But where I'm going with that, right here, that looks great. I'm used to a heavy population on corn. So, yeah, it happens like that. That makes sense, Outback. I was just wondering if there's a quick, easy way to lift them up or not. So this old planter, you'd just take them off to do corn, put them back on for soybeans. And I mean, like you said, literally two U-bolts on each row unit. Pop it off, pop all the hoses off, seal them up. You're done. But yeah, ladies, that is RCR. This is 10 times better than the original RCR. I suggest you guys going and supporting thundr. He has quite a few different options on his Patreon to be able to get this stuff, and then also updates, so you don't necessarily have to be subscribed monthly in order to get this. It is getting farther, it is getting better, and it is coming around towards finishing, I should say, being done. So the only update that would be coming up for this would be if the game updates, and like I said, there is an option to purchase it once and only have the and to be able to get the updates on it. He's going to be working through a few things with that, and you guys will just have to go to his Patreon and see which one fits you the best, which one works for you the best. Now this is what I don't know, because I hate the way this game works on the way you plant ground. If you guys are testing RCR like I am here, double check. You cannot plant into a sown texture. Make sure it's cultivated, make sure it is double cultivated or something other than sown. There's a few of the ground textures you cannot plant into with anything. So what I highly suggest doing is cultivating, which I may have to do here in a second if this doesn't work. Cultivate an area before testing this out, and you'll have to see. Alright, so this planter cultivates, or this seeder drill will cultivate in front, because I guess it's a no-till drill, which it's really not, but whatever. I just want to see how he has this stuff set up. I did not adjust anything from thundr's wheat or barley XMLs, and I haven't tried this yet, but I know a handful of people have tested this, so it'll be curious to see if this is gonna work out. Actually, I don't know if it's in this save, or this map, I mean. Give me an example, Outback. Because I can almost guarantee if you're talking that he added different crop types. But the biggest thing is we have a cutter converter on the mod hub. Yeah, this ain't thundr's wheat. That's my wheat. In here. Now, where are those prefabs? Right here is the prefab, ladies. So we will look through here. These are the crops we have. And then we come back. You got your GRLE converter. So it's all set up straight from thundr. And like I said, we got our info layers here that do not matter from map to map. It is an easy copy, drag in, and paste over. So when you're doing a 1x map, depending on how much detail you want in it, you're going to pick from the data 8 or data 16. I highly suggest going the 16K because you're going to scale up your GDMs to a 16348 384 16384, and it's going to give you the detail like you've seen in mine. If you go to the 8K, that has to be done for a 4x map, and then it will also work on a 1x map if you keep it at the 8192 or whatever it is. And I really haven't looked at all that, but that's just his prefab information. So let's see, and this is what you got to double check. The 32K does not work. It will not work with Giant's engine right now. thundr is trying to work on something to make it work. So that would be my biggest difference right here, is my wheat was set a lot smaller. Let's just see what happens when I advance growth one more time. Okay, so Antler is pulling the XML from base game corn. Same thing, adjusting it to the way he wants it. Now, I have figured out how to do 3 months of planting corn and making it all harvest at the same time to simulate your different day corn. And I've also done that with soybeans, so you can double crop soybeans. It's all in the soybean XML and corn XML. It's the one seasonal growth. Now you want to get into some different yields. You want to get into some different like plant structure, what's yielding better on what soil. That would be precision farming. That's going to be a different crop each time. There's oh yeah, seasonal growth off. Let it do its thing. Here, give me a second. Now, so we come back into seasonal growth. Outback, I have corn. You can plant it until June, and it will be harvest ready sometime around October, November. What's up, Jesse? The issue I hate with Giants is that I can't make it like middle of October it's ready to be harvested. Because if you plant corn in April, you're going to be right on the edge of September going out and threshing corn, picking corn, whatever you want to call it, because it's going to dry out, especially on the early day corn and the sandier soil. So that's what I was going to do with that, but you can't. So I have to leave it at October. Now with soybeans, I have it so in July you can still plant, and they're going to be ready by October, November. Why did I do that? Because see where triticale is, when you can harvest triticale, when you can mow it or chop it? if you plant triticale in September, aka once you chop your corn, put triticale in right away. Like I said, in September. Corn has 2 states you can chop it before it's harvest ready. So technically you could chop corn in August. You're not going to yield the best, but you could technically chop in August. So that's kind of what I did with this, is that triticale can get planted or harvested in July. You're going to throw beans on it, and you're not going to yield as good in July, but you'd still be able to get your beans out by October, November, aka double cropping. So at that point, you're chopping your triticale and still got ground cover on, and you're still pulling some cash crop off of it. That is possible without adding a new crop type. Now, say you wanted, what'd you say? Field corn or BMR corn, which, in my opinion, that would be more like chopping, better for a taller stalk to have, or taller stalk to have more tonnage per acre. Yeah. Pickaxe right now, I gotta adjust this one. I think it's this one. If I would go back to Carol, I messed with it. So I had moved the harvest date up one more. Let me do this. Let me just double check before I go crazy. Alright, this is the one I did. So with this triticale, the triticale I had harvest ready down here. I moved harvest ready up one, so it's green and big. That means I can mow it, rake it, pick it up with a chopper. I have it currently going down as, where's windrow? No, not triticale cut. In here, triticale goes to grass windrow. I do that currently, so we do not have Maize Plus to adjust everything. I did not want to do it all the way through the feed mixtures. I did not want to do it through a bunch of silos and everything, and it introduced this triticale fill type or haylage. I'd love to have it be haylage instead of grass windrow and it ferments to silage. I want grass, I want triticale, I want anything green cut to be haylage, right? Corn is chaff, that goes to silage. It's one of those different mixtures that I wanted to do, but we don't have Maize Plus, we don't have the converters, the placeables are not set up like that, so I just left it straight as grass windrow, simulating the same thing. Mow it at the beginning of May. Where are you at, Jesse? I need to double check what he said. Alright, you guys are both from there. So I need to adjust this really bad is what you're both saying. Alright, I did mess that up. Yeah, I'll have to go adjust that. Well, let's just look at it this way real quick. So if I'm able to mow it green big too, because this is what I don't like. Forage ready is what should be saying you could mow it or something. If you direct cut it with a chopper, you could do it back here. But the mower, it has to be harvest ready. And that's what I don't like about the way this game is set up. So we got March. So technically speaking, right now, if I plant in September, I could take it out in May. June. Excuse me, June. I just have to adjust this back one. That's not hard at all. What'd you guys say you planted at? Mow it at the beginning of May. When do you plant it then, boys? So yeah, you're going from September to October. Somewhere, I mean, really August, all the month of September, you could chop corn at any point there. All right, so the other way is you let it grow a little bit longer to get more out of it, and you put beans in for the double crop. I do know that that happens. I'm trying to think. You guys, where'd you say you were? Northeast PA. So that's the big thing is like where you're at on your uh where you're at in the states, because the farther south you go, more central the states you go, the more they do soybeans because they take longer to grow everything because of the moisture they don't get. And there are some guys around here that do the rye or triticale winter, put it in after you chop, and they don't get it out until June or July because they want to make sure they got the growth on it. But then they put the soybeans in because soybeans are better at germinating than the corn is, and they're better at drought also. And up here where I'm at, you're planting April 15th, and somewhere in April, May, we're going to get 2 weeks of rain. So then you're trying to get all your corn in before the end of May, and June hits and it's still wet. Well, thanks. But if you don't get it in soon enough in June, you miss all the rain when it gets hot in June and July. And then usually we get the weather that comes through with just the humidity about July, August, September. And that's where a lot of our growth is from. That's the issue, though, Outback. This game will not let you green mow. Because Forge Ready, you have to use, in order to be quote unquote Forge Ready, you have to use one of these headers or the direct cutter. The mower is not considered a direct cutter. We could probably make it. Let's go look at a mower quick. This has turned into a lot more than I was expecting today, ladies. Oh boy, where's it at? What base game mower do we... Alright, Vermeer it is. Oh, you're in here somewhere. Where's your converter? There it is. Fruit type converter mower. But in the scripting for mower, the vehicle type is the issue, Scooter. The vehicle type being a mower is the issue. I'm not showing that on stream. Because, I mean, we got the converter already. And the converter's right here. And you can add whatever you want into the converter. But it has to be harvest ready before the mower will touch it. Same with the combine mower. It has to be harvest ready. The only thing that can be forage ready is for the forage harvesters. That's it. Because I even think this direct cutter, where the heck that go? I think the direct cutter is even considered the same thing as a mower. Ah. It's considered as a cutter, huh? Interesting. Look at that. There you go. I wonder if that would... No, which, can't remember which one's which. I think that one, nope. It's this one that's bad. So I gotta get rid of this one. But then, before I get rid of it, what is this? What's the difference? Capitalization on the New Holland. Got it. I hope that's the right one. Yep. Dude, this is why I sit in Discord so many times to bounce ideas off people, and it just gets your brain going and you start snooping around like this.
Owning a business means you're the boss. IT, HR, the plumber. But choosing wireless
Stupid ads. See, that's the issue. Right there's Cutter's the issue. You, Scooter, are you changing them with You changing them with a configuration, or how you changing them? What's up, bro crap? I didn't see you sneak in. Oh, with work modes. Alright. I'll have to look into that sometime, Scooter. Because, I mean, where the heck was that? Cutter. That's... The work areas are still there, though. See, that's what I have to define. I don't think it's going to allow me to just take this over to a mower. And I'm wondering about the fruit type category. Technically speaking, I think this will work. Make sure I'm right. Make sure I got rid of the zip mod. All right. I always do this. I always second guess myself, but I go back and double check if I made it so it made Notepad++ save. Oh yeah, I know, Scooter. I just do I do everything through the map, and I know some people would rather do it through the mod, but most of the time it should pull from the map. Oops. Go that way. I'm not saying this is going to work. I'm not saying that's the fix, but we're definitely going to try quick. I got 5 minutes and I got to run. I got stuff I need to go get done today. Scooter, 9 times out of 10, my maps are all set up the same. If I go into a map, look at it, and say, I want to play this, I will take maybe 3-4 hours, if it takes me that long, to get all my stuff in that I want, the crops, the rotation, and all that, to all my fill planes, fill types, the viables, the fertilizer spray, the precision farming. I do that to every single map I play. There's a reason behind that, Scooter. It's not my map. I wish more modders would, or mappers would get in on the same page like that. But it's so hard because of the diversity of players that we have. Yes. Yes, Aaron. You call it breaking, I call it fixing. Green Big 2 was the one that would let me harvest it anyways, so let's go this route. Maybe it's broken from the manufacturer right away, right, Aaron? That happens a lot when I get a map. Let's see if I got the right mower out. Hopefully I did. Okay, it's gone. It looks good. I mean, there's recalls, and in the FS world, it's called an update. Well, usually I fix it before they even update it. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. The mower won't let you do that. Which, I mean, with this triticale crop, I could kick out a couple of these growth states in a heartbeat. Ah, that's right. I forgot about that. If it's harvest ready, I can mow it and it comes out to grass. I forgot I didn't change it on this map. So that's going to be my downfall right now. So if I go green big, it should be forage ready. Let's double check, make sure the crop is actually working as intended. Oop, wrong button. Yeah, I know. I'm not ready. I need to come back to this. So there is a flaw with this triticale, and what did I do? So now that I'm on the right triticale, is forage ready. There, green, big 2. Oh, I don't even have that set up in the fruit types. I don't want to hear it from you, Scooter. Don't want to hear it from you. Yeah, I don't have triticale in the fruit types. It's not even in the maize cutter either. It's only in the mower. So why isn't it? Yeah, it's not going to cut wheat. See, that's so dumb. Why would they do that? Why would you be allowed to go cut dried wheat with a chopper, but not the stage before? Like, really? I'm telling you, it's the mower part, and cutter part. We need to like make this into, like Scooter was saying. That's where I'm at, Outback. So I'm pretty sure, where's that combine mower thingy? Wrong one. Let's keep it base game. One thing I gotta double check, combine mower. So this one does not have triticale in it either. So that means this is just going to be straight mower. This is still wheat. Yeah, I will mess with this. I will get it set up right. I appreciate you guys telling me the timelines and everything on this stuff. And Scooter, I'll probably be messaging you a little bit here to see your mulcher mower thing and take a look at that. Kind of figure some more stuff out. This was mainly supposed to be RCR, ladies, and now it has turned into a bunch of stuff. So I gotta run. Thanks, Rocrap. I gotta run. We'll catch you ladies next time. If you're not following me on Twitch, hit me up on Twitch so that way you can see when I randomly go live. I do not have a set schedule. It's whenever I feel like it, I go live. Till next time.